Furthermore, the space spirit, pure light shining all around, found the door of liberation, knowing the mentalities of sentient beings in all realms of existence. The space spirit, traveling everywhere deeply, found the door of liberation, entering everywhere into the cosmos of reality. The space spirit, producing auspicious wind, found the door of liberation, comprehending the physical forms of boundless objects. The space spirit, abiding securely beyond obstruction, found the door of liberation, able to remove all beings' obstacles by delusions caused by actions. The space spirit, broad steps and beautiful topknot, found the door of liberation, observing and contemplating them vast ocean of practical application. The space spirit, unhindered light flames, found the door of liberation, of the light of great compassion, rescuing all sentient beings from danger. The space spirit, unobstructed conquering power, found the door of liberation, entering into the power of all virtues free from attachment. The space spirit, spotless light, found the door of liberation, able to cause the minds of all sentient beings to remove their veils and become pure. The space spirit, deep and far-reaching, sublime sound, found the door of liberation, of the light of knowledge, seeing everywhere. The space spirit, all-pervading light, found the door of liberation, manifesting everywhere without moving from its own place. At that time, the space spirit, pure light shining all around, imbued with the power of the Buddha, surveyed all the space spirits and spoke the following verses. The vast eye of the Buddha is pure and clear as space, seeing all beings with complete clarity. The great light of the Buddha body illumines the 10 directions, manifesting in every place, traveling everywhere, sees in this way. The Buddha body is like space, unborn. It clings to nothing. It is ungraspable and without inherent nature. This is seen by wind of good omen. The Buddha, for countless aeons, has expounded all holy paths, destroying barriers for all beings. This sphere of perfect light understands. I observe the enlightenment practices accumulated by the Buddha in the past, all to make the world at peace. Beautiful topknot works in this sphere. The realms of all sentient beings whirl in the sea of birth and death. Buddha emits a pain-killing light. The unhindered spirit can understand this. His treasury of pure virtues is a field of blessings for the world, appropriately enlightening with knowledge. The spirit power understands this. Sentient beings are veiled by ignorance, wandering on dangerous paths. The Buddha emanates light for them. Spotless light realizes this. Knowledge and wisdom have no bounds, appearing in every land, with light illuminating the world. Sublime sound sees Buddha here. Buddha, to liberate beings, cultivates practices everywhere. This grandiose will, universal manifestation, can observe. Furthermore, the wind spirit, unimpeded light, found the door of liberation, entering into all the Buddha teachings and all worlds. The wind spirit, everywhere manifesting courageous action, found the door of liberation, providing extensive offerings to all the Buddhas, appearing in innumerable lands. The wind spirit, gust-striking cloud banner, found the door of liberation, eliminating the sickness of all sentient beings with a fragrant wind. The wind spirit, arrays of pure light, found the door of liberation, producing roots of goodness in all sentient beings, and causing them to pulverize the mountains of multiple barriers. The wind spirit, power to dry up water, found the door of liberation, able to defeat boundless armies of malicious demons. The wind spirit, great voice howling everywhere, found the door of liberation, annihilating the fears of all sentient beings. The wind spirit, tree branch hanging topknot, found the door of liberation, of the ocean of powers, elucidation, entering into the real character of all things. The wind spirit, going everywhere, unimpeded, found the door of liberation, of the treasury of techniques to harmonize and civilize all sentient beings. The wind spirit, various mansions, found the door of liberation, entering into still, serene meditative poise, and destroying the extremely deep darkness of folly and ignorance. The wind spirit, great light shining everywhere, found the door of liberation, of unhindered power, to go along with all sentient beings. At that time, the wind spirit, unimpeded light, imbued with the power of the Buddha, looked over all the wind spirits and said in verse, "The teachings of all Buddhas are most profound, with unhindered means by which they all may enter, appearing always in all worlds, signless, formless, without image. Observe how the Buddha, in the past, gave offerings to endless Buddhas in a single instant. Such bold enlightenment practice, everywhere manifesting, can comprehend. Buddha saves the world inconceivably. None of his methods are used in vain. All cause action to be free from distress. This is the liberation of Cloud Banner. Beings have no blessings. They suffer many pains, with heavy veils and dense barriers always deluding them. Buddha makes them all attain liberation. This is known to pure light. The Buddha's vast mystic power conquers all armies of demons. All his methods of subduing healthy power is able to observe. Buddha emanates subtle sound from his pores, which extends everywhere throughout the world, causing all misery and fear to end. This is understood by howling everywhere. Buddha, in all oceans of lands, always preaches over unthinkable aeons. This wonderful elucidation, power of Buddhahood, tree branch topknot, can comprehend. Buddha's knowledge enters all avenues of means, completely free of hindrance therein. His realm is boundless and without any equal. This is the liberation of going everywhere. The Buddha's state is without bounds. By expedient means he shows it everywhere. Yet his body is tranquil and has no form. This is the liberation of various mansions. The Buddha cultivated practices for oceans of aeons, and has completely fulfilled all powers, and can respond to beings accord with worldly norms. This is the view of shining everywhere. Furthermore, the fire spirit, repository of flames of universal light, found the door of liberation, removing the darkness of all worlds. The fire spirit, banner of universal assembly of light, found the door of liberation, able to end all sentient beings' delusions, wanderings, and pains of irritating afflictions. The fire spirit, great light shining everywhere, found the door of liberation, of the treasury of great compassion, with the immutable power of enriching. The fire spirit, topknot of inexhaustible light, found the door of liberation, of light beams illuminating the boundless reaches of space. The fire spirit, eyes of various flames, found the door of liberation, of silent, serene lights in various magnificent arrays. The fire spirit, palace of wonders, found the door of liberation, observing the Buddha's spiritual powers appearing without bound. The fire spirit, palaces in all directions, like polar mountains, found the door of liberation, able to extinguish the blazing torments of all beings in all worlds. The fire spirit, sovereign of awesome light, found the door of liberation, able to freely enlighten all beings. The fire spirit, light shining in all directions, found the door of liberation, destroying forever all ignorant, attached opinions. The fire spirit, thunder enlightening, found the door of liberation of the great roar of power to fulfill all undertakings. At that time, the fire spirit, repository of flames of universal light, imbued with the power from the Buddha, looked over all the fire spirits and said in verse, "Observe the Buddha's power of energy. For vast, inconceivable millions of aeons, they have appeared in the world to help sentient beings, causing all barriers of darkness to be destroyed. Sentient beings, in their folly, create various views. Their passions are like torrents, like fires, blazing. The guides, techniques, removes them all. Banner of universal assembly of light understands this. Blessings and virtues, like space, unending, no bounds to them can ever be found. This is the Buddha's immutable power of compassion. Light shining realizes. This conceives great joy. I observe the Buddha's practices over the aeons without bound, thus manifesting spiritual powers. Palace of Wonders understands this. Practice, perfected over billions of aeons, inconceivable, to which no one can find any bound or limit. Buddha expounds the real character of things, causing joy. This is perceived by inexhaustible light. All the vast masses in the 10 directions behold the Buddha, present before them. The tranquil light, clearly lighting the world, this subtle flames can comprehend. Sage appears in all worlds, sitting in all of their palaces, reigning the boundless great teaching. This is the perspective of all directions. The Buddha's wisdom is most profound, free in all ways. They appear in the world, able to clarify all genuine truths. Awesome light, realizing this, rejoices at heart. The folly of views is a dark veil. Beings, deluded, eternally wander. For them, Buddha opens the gate of sublime teaching, illuminating all quarters can understand this. The gate of Buddha's vows is vast, inconceivable. Their powers and transcendent ways are developed and purified. All appear in the world according to their ancient vows. This is what thunder and lightning understands. Furthermore, the water spirit, ubiquitous cloud banner, realized the door of liberation of compassion, equally benefiting all beings. The water spirit, cloud-like sound of the ocean tide, found the door of liberation, adorned with boundless truths. The water spirit, beautiful round topknot, found the door of liberation, observing those who could be taught and dealing with them with appropriate techniques. The water spirit, whirlpool, of skills, found the door of liberation, everywhere expounding the most profound realm of the Buddhas. The water spirit, store of undefiled fragrance, found the door of liberation, everywhere manifesting pure, bright light. The water spirit, virtue bridge, light sound, found the signless, essenceless door of liberation, of the pure realm of truth. The water spirit, freedom of contentment, found the door of liberation, of the inexhaustible ocean of great compassion. The water spirit, good sound of pure joy, found the door of liberation, being a mine of great joy among the hosts of enlightening beings at sights of enlightenment. The water spirit, everywhere manifesting awesome light, found the door of liberation, appearing everywhere by means of the unimpeded, immensely vast power of virtue. The water spirit, roaring sound, filling the sea, found the door of liberation, observing all sentient beings, and producing infinite techniques for harmonizing and pacifying them. At that time the water spirit, ubiquitous cloud banner, imbued with the power from the Buddha, looked over all the water spirits and said, "Gates of pure compassion, as many as atoms in all lands, together produce a single sublime feature of the Buddha. Other features are also each like this. Therefore, beholders of the Buddha never become jaded. When the Buddha cultivated practice in the past, he went to visit all of the Buddhas, cultivating himself in various ways, never lacks. These methods, cloud sound enters. The Buddha, in all 10 directions, is still unmoving, not coming or going, yet teaches beings appropriately, causing them all to see. This is what round Topknot knows. The realm of the Buddha is boundless, immeasurable. All sentient beings cannot comprehend it. The preaching of his wondrous voice fills all directions. This is Technique Whirlpool's sphere. The light of the Buddha has no end. It fills the cosmos inconceivably, teaching, edifying, liberating beings. This pure fragrance watches and sees. The Buddha is pure as space, signless, formless, present everywhere, yet causing all beings to see. This light of blessings well observes. Of old, Buddha practiced great compassion, his mind as broad as all life. Therefore, he is like a cloud appearing in the world. This liberation, contentment knows. All lands in the 10 directions see the Buddha sitting on his seat, becoming clearly enlightened, with great realization. This is where joyful sound enters in. Buddha's sphere of action is free from hindrance. He goes to all lands in the 10 directions, everywhere showing great mystic powers. Manifesting awesome light has realized this. He cultivates boundless expedient practices, equal to the worlds of all sentient beings, filling them all. The subtle action of his mystic power, never ceasing, roaring sound filling the sea, can enter this. Furthermore, the ocean spirit producing jewel light found the door of liberation, impartially bestowing an ocean of blessings on all beings. The ocean spirit, unbreakable diamond banner, found the door of liberation, preserving the good roots of all sentient beings by skillful means. The ocean spirit, undefiled, found the door of liberation, able to evaporate the ocean of all sentient beings' afflictions. The ocean, spirit, always dwelling in the waves, found the door of liberation, causing all sentient beings to depart from evil ways. The ocean spirit, auspicious jewel moon, found the door of liberation, everywhere destroying the darkness of great ignorance. The ocean spirit, beautiful flower, dragon topknot, found the door of liberation, extinguishing the suffering of all states of being, and bestowing peace and happiness. The ocean spirit, everywhere holding the flavor of light, found the door of liberation, purifying all sentient beings of their opinionated, ignorant nature. The ocean spirit, jewel flame, flower light, found the door of liberation, producing the will of enlightenment, which is the source of all nobility. The ocean spirit, beautiful diamond topknot, found the door of liberation, of the ocean of virtues, of the unshakable mind. The ocean spirit, thunder of the sea tide, found the door of liberation, entering everywhere into absorption in the cosmos of reality. At that time, the ocean spirit, producing jewel light, imbued with the power from the Buddha, looked over all the ocean spirits and said these verses. Over an ocean of inconceivably vast aeons, he made offerings to all the Buddhas, distributing the merit to all living beings. That is why his dignity is beyond compare. Appearing in all worlds, knowing the capacities and desires of all beings, Buddha expounds for them the ocean of truths. This is joyfully realized by indestructible banner. All sentient beings are shrouded by afflictions, roaming in all conditions, subject to all miseries. For them, he reveals the state of Buddhahood. Palace of all waters enters this door. Buddha, in unthinkable oceans of aeons, cultivated all practices endlessly, forever cutting the net of being's confusions. Jewel moon can clearly enter this. Buddha sees beings always afraid, whirling in the ocean of birth and death. He shows them the Buddha's unexcelled way. Dragon topknot, comprehending, gives rise to joy. The realm of the Buddhas cannot be conceived. It is equal to the cosmos and space. It can clear away being's net of delusion. This flower holding is able to expound. The Buddha eye is pure and inconceivable, comprehensively viewing all things. He points out to all the excellent paths. This flower light understands. The army of demons, huge, uncountable, he destroys in the space of an instant. His mind undisturbed, unfathomable. This is Diamond Topknot's technique. Speaking a wondrous sound in the 10 directions, that sound pervades the entire universe. Such is the Buddha's meditation state. This is the realm of ocean tide thunder. Furthermore, the river spirit, everywhere producing swift currents, found the door of liberation, everywhere raining the boundless rain of truth. The river spirit, universally purifying springs and streams, found the door of liberation, appearing before all sentient beings, and causing them to be forever free from afflictions. The river spirit, dust-free, pure eye, found the door of liberation by compassion and appropriate techniques, washing away the dust of delusions from all sentient beings. The river spirit, roaring everywhere, found the door of liberation, constantly producing sounds beneficial to all sentient beings. The river spirit, rescuing sentient beings everywhere, found the door of liberation, always being non-malevolent and kind towards all sentient beings. The river spirit, heatless pure light, found the door of liberation, showing all pure and cool roots of goodness. The river spirit, universally causing joy, found the door of liberation, cultivating complete generosity, causing all sentient beings to forever give up stinginess and attachment. The river spirit, supreme banner of extensive virtue, found the door of liberation, being a field of blessings, giving joy to all. The river spirit, light shining on all worlds, found the door of liberation, causing all defiled beings to be pure, and all those poisoned with anger become joyful. The river spirit, light of oceanic virtues, found the door of liberation, able to cause all sentient beings to enter the ocean of liberation and always experience complete bliss. At that time, the river spirit, everywhere producing swift currents, imbued with the power of the Buddhas, looked over all the river spirits and spoke in verse. Of old, the Buddha, for the sake of all beings, cultivated boundless practices of ocean of truth. Like refreshing rain, clearing blazing heat, he extinguishes the heat of beings' afflictions. Buddha, in uncountable past aeons, purified the world with the light of his vows, causing the mature to realize enlightenment. This is the realization of universal purifier. With compassion and methods, numerous as beings, he appears before all, always guiding, clearing away the dirt of afflictions. Pure eyes, seeing this, rejoices profoundly. Buddhas speak of wondrous sound, causing all to hear. Sentient beings, delighted, have hearts full of joy, causing them to wash away innumerable pains. This is the liberation of everywhere roaring. The Buddha cultivated enlightenment practice to aid sentient beings for innumerable ages. Therefore, his light fills the world. The spirit guardian, remembering, is happy. The Buddha cultivated practices for the sake beings by various means, making them mature, purifying the ocean of blessings, removing all pains, heatless, seeing this, rejoices at heart. The gate of generosity is inexhaustible, benefiting all sentient beings, causing witnesses to have no attachment. This is the enlightenment of universal joy. Buddha cultivated genuine methods of enlightenment, developing a boundless ocean of virtues, causing witnesses all to rejoice. This supreme banner happily realizes. He clears away the defilements of beings, equally compassionate even to the vicious, therefore acquiring radiance, filling all space, light shining on all worlds, sees and rejoices. Buddha is the field of blessings, ocean of virtues, able to cause all to abandon evil and fulfill great enlightenment. This is the liberation of ocean light